We have Trumpet Man here.
Hey, what's up?
All right. What's been the status since they kind of dismantled Chop? What's been going on with you?
Well, it's really been a beautiful thing overall, actually, because, these frontliners who've been here from day one have gotten a little break. Like after I got out of jail, I came back, rested at my place for a minute. And actually the first march that I did was last night. And the Black Flames running that. It was beautiful, like to see that energy and the amazing caravan blocking everything off. Like we're still doing it, But it's been a really good rest period and a time to see like what we're all about, because we stumbled into Chop, right? It wasn't the plan originally. This was just us making the best out of just a wild situation that we couldn't have predicted. So now when we move forward, like it's gonna be diligent, it's gonna be conscious, and it's all been perfect as far as I'm concerned.
So you were arrested again, correct?
Uh-huh.
What was this charge for?
Malicious mischief they gave me.
And what is the status on your case right now?
They dropped that one.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks
sir.
a lot, brother. I still got my original pedestrian obstruction Trumpet Man charge to deal with, but this last one, it's just, I think that's a demonstration of our power. It's like, and they pull, it's the same game they pull with a lot of people. It's a felony charge, right? So they did it so that I couldn't post bail and they could hold me for a few extra days. And but then knew that it wouldn't stick. And so right when like they time it with the weekend, and it's just crazy stuff. But anyway, the more they do stuff like that, as much as it sucks, I mean, I'm not cut out for jail, man. Like, I'm a free bird. But the more they do that kind of stuff, the more they show who they are, and it only helps our movement,
What do you think needs to happen between some of the factions, some of the groups to keep this moving forward?
In some ways, I think it's actually an asset that we're kind of decentralized and we have different people doing different things. It's harder to pen us in. It's harder to kind of squash us. So right now I'm kind of flowing with that, and I really feel grateful that I'm kind of, even factions that really don't like each other, I can talk to each of those guys and see where they're at. As far as I can tell, it's mostly like suspicions of each other, like a lot of accusations that he's a cop, or I don't see a lot of big differences like ideologically on what people want to do. I think it's pretty much on the same page there. So I think once the paranoia kind of dies down, or people get that all figured out, or maybe it never will, but the point is, like, even if everyone has to operate in parallel and they can't talk to each other in different groups, they're still all kind of doing the same thing as far as I can tell.
And then last question, do you have an opinion on we've been calling it Chop 2.0, but the occupation going on across the street? Do you have an opinion on that?
I love it. Like I said, I just yesterday got into seeing what that's about again. It seems like a lot of the same folks who, again, not all, like some homeless people, but a lot of people who live inside, who just, it's like, well, I haven't spent much time there to see what it's really about, but it's like the base of operations is where the marches start, and I just like it, if nothing else, is like a little screw you, that as soon as you put a border about where we can go, we just set up new little Chop right outside, and again, they don't seem to be like, there's no one running that. It doesn't seem to be like affiliated with any group, but it's just, again, it's another group doing their protest in their way, and I love it.